Hello class! Today we're gonna be making a wonderful little piglet farm animal that is made out of this modeling air dry clay and recycled little baby water bottle. So save your little baby water bottles when you go have water at a birthday party and they give these away, or if you are just get one at school, or if you buy one at store, just don't throw it away. Uh, so yeah, the mini bottles are not as common as the regular bottles, but keep your eye on them basically. So to start, we're gonna open the box with clay, and each box has two colors of the pink, and that's the one we're gonna use. You're just gonna need one, so I'm gonna just use one pre-packaged air dry clay. So this box would be good for 2 students. So for class of 20, you would need 10 of these classes. And if you have more students, just make the adjustments. Okay. So for this, we're going to open the air dry clay, and it stays pretty pliable for a while. I'm gonna reposition her so she can model. It stays pretty pliable for a long while. She also made a new friend, a little butterfly that is hanging out with her. So we just put her right there, a little butterfly that sits with her, that I just had around my art classroom, and she favored her, and I didn't give her name yet, but maybe my students will help me name her. She was just born. So there we go. So we have our water bottle, and there are a couple of ways to go about it. We can either use this foam wrap if you have it handy, and I made another video with how to make those where I talked about this foam wrap, and this one is so easy. Really, you don't need to glue it or anything, and it goes on really nicely. And the alternative way is, if you notice, inside I stuffed it with pink tablecloth or pink bag, gift bag, or tissue paper if you have it handy. So whatever you might have on hand. And I just made an incision. You could help your students if they're younger, and then tape it back up. Okay, or you can try to feed it through the small narrow opening, whatever fits best. And then once we have it wrapped, I'll use one more just around there. So she looks adorable. This is gonna be a cute little piglet. And maybe I should make a boy, since she is a girl. Maybe I should make a boy. All right, so I have it nicely wrapped. I'm not gonna worry about this part. You could. So at this time, we're gonna put the top back on. All right. Now I'm going to separate my pre-wrapped air dry clay. This is the modeling clay by, who was the maker? Learn and Play. This one by Learn and Play. So one of these, and we're gonna separate in 2 bowls. Zoom in a little bit. Or should I put this out of the way somewhere? Okay. 2 bowls. And the larger one I'm gonna start wrapping the snout with. So I made it pretty thin, but not too thin as far so it doesn't tear. So pretty consistently about the same width. I'm gonna decide which one is my top, which one is my bottom. I feel like this wrinkled part will be my top right here. So I'm gonna start wrapping it around carefully. I'm gonna touch the top and seal them, fold it. Same thing here on the bottom. And then I'm just gonna be moving the clay to kind of adhere itself to the plastic and to the wrap or the plastic bottle. Alternatively, you could have also used alcohol markers or permanent markers to get your bottle painted as well. So there's so many ways to do this. Nice little farm animal. And the second part, I'm gonna separate into 3 parts. So 2 ears, and as you can see, I have a little bit of that snout continuing to the ears. So the way I did that was I just made this thinner as I go around. And as you can see, if you have a break, you need to seal it. And then decide where your ears go. And your ears, I just fold them into like a little triangle. And it's pretty easy working with this clay. So just envision what kind of ear would you like to make. But basically, basic shape is a triangle. And you can start adhering it right like so, a little folded over towards the face. And let's see if I can flip this if it would be a better view. Okay. And same thing on the other side. So also I'm just pushing my thumb into it, and it makes a nice little organic ear shape to it. So I'll just transfer it straight onto where I think the ears would live. And the rest of my clay, I'm just gonna seal and connect these parts like that. And I'll just smooth it. And really nice part about working with this clay also is that it looks very like skin-like when it wrinkles. I'll zoom in. So you can make folds in the face and very lifelike. And if you have a break like that, you can add little clay in there and seal it. So I'm just gonna smooth it a little bit, making my cute little snout. And yes, I'm gonna make this one a boy and the other one will be a girl. I'll start forming where I want my eyes to go. And I'm using googly eyes. You don't even need a glue. You're just gonna push that in and they're gonna stay. Well, these two are just adorable. Then I am going to get my snout. Whoops. Okay. Like so. I'm not gonna do muff, but you can. And I'm just doing some textures, like skin textures around the face. One really cute part was this feather that looked really like hair-like. So just cut a piece of feather that is really fluffy. And I cut it together with the stem or the middle part, the bone. But you can also take just pieces of it like that and see if it will attach fine. I think it should. Yes, it does. So just I just kind of pressed, squeezed, and pinched the feather into the clay. It has a nice little hair. It's just precious. I really like it. And okay, and that is it. Now for the legs, there are a couple of ways to go about it. I found the easiest for me was to use push pins that I just pushed in like so. 1, 2, 3, and my fourth one disappeared and ran away on me. So I'll find it in a little bit. And then I used erasers, pencil erasers, and I'll just put it on top so that it kind of looks like a little cute little foot. And if you don't have these on hand, you can of course use also beads. You could use an extra clay and then attach the beads with the clay, or just use the clay itself without using these materials. So I'll pretend that I have fourth leg, which I don't right now. And you would adjust it so that the piglet doesn't fall, because it tends to fall if it's too heavy on the front. And you can embellish it with a little tail. So what I did was, I had some tail over. I think I did it in dry clay, but I had some clay left over. But I was thinking for this one, we can just use the pipe cleaner. And I wanted to use a pink pipe cleaner. But you choose any color you like. So you can also use a pencil to help you. And I'm just making a little shape for my piglet's tail, and simply attach the tail. You can use the push pin again to kind of help you make a hole, and then attach the wire into the hole you just made. That works really nice. And just keep pushing so it doesn't fall out right away. And voila, our piglet is ready, and hopefully it turned out wonderful for you. The sculpting part is really neat, and if you're able to, with your students use 2, you can secure the legs with extra clay. So that just depends on your budget, and hope that you can send me some pictures and let me know how the activity went. Now is your turn.